Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we're kind of on a waiting period with Voyage to the Sunken City. We're waiting on April 5th when the core set will be revealed, when all the expansion cards, including the Hunter Colossal, will be revealed. We'll know the year, finally, all of that stuff, not till April 5th, but I thought it would be a lot of fun today to go over what the best cards so far, what I think the best cards revealed so far are, and you can let me know in the comments which you agree with and disagree with as always, which is a lot of fun. And my giveaway is still open, by the way. April 5th is when it'll close. If we hit 45,000 subscribers before then, I'm going to throw in an extra mega bundle. I'm giving away 2 mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and like and comment to the video in the description below. So what do I think are the 10 best cards so far revealed from Voyage to the Sunken City? Well, let's go through it, not in any particular order, because, well, we don't need to rate them or anything like that. So let's take a look. Starting off, I think this Druid spell, Aquatic Form, is 0 mana Dredge. If you have the mana to play the card this turn, draw it, just seems absolutely insane. This is likely, very commonly, especially in like an aggro druid or a beast druid, some low curve deck is 0 mana draw a card, which that's ridiculous. And at the very worst, you're tutoring your next draw. We've already seen other support cards thrown in with this in Druid with Bottom Feeder, where your Bottom Feeder is your curve play. It dies on 1 on turn 2. You could just play it and all of a sudden you have a 1 mana 3/5. Literally the next turn. Works well with his Rarran Gardens as well. Super solid card. I think this is like auto include in like almost any Druid deck going forward, and definitely looks like one of the best cards of the next expansion. My next pick has to be Queen Azshara, 5 mana 5/5 Naga, legendary to neutral. Battlecry, if you've cast 3 spells while holding this, choose an ancient relic. There's the Ring of Tides, which after you cast a spell, this becomes a copy of it that costs 1. So basically you can double dip. You get to double your spell, kind of like a solar eclipse, except it costs 1 instead of 2. So that's pretty solid. You have Horn of the Ancients, which is a 3 mana spell that adds a random Colossal minion to your hand. It costs 1, and there are some incredible Colossal minions. There's basically not really any bad ones. So for 3 mana, you're getting probably like a 4 to 5 mana discount and something pretty nutty. So that just seems really solid. Xalatath is a 2 mana 0/5 weapon. After you cast a spell to deal 2 damage to the enemy hero and lose 1 durability. You play this in like Quest Hunter. Like, Quest Hunter is going to be insane with this because you're already playing a bunch of spells. Like, I don't see why not. It's even more damage, more of a finisher, and if you, at the very worst, you pick some maybe defensive options. Like, that's just incredible. And the Timestone of Golganeth, a 1 mana spell that shuffles 5 random spells into your deck, set their cost to 1, draw 2 cards. So it's 1 mana, draw 2, and you might get some additional upside in mana cheat. And again, I feel like that could be in Quest Hunter if you're running low on value, or just any deck where you're running low on value. So the options are flexible. You could go for value, a mana bomb on the board, double up on spells. It just seems insane and really good in any spell-based deck. Next, we have a bunch of Shaman cards, because I think a lot of the Shaman cards are really good. We have a Rarran Scroll, 1 mana spell, discover a fire, frost, or nature spell, put a sunken spell in the bottom of your deck. It's just really good with like a multicaster, just being able to influence that draw. But then you have Dredge, which can dredge out the Sunken Scroll, which adds a fire, frost, and nature spell from your class to your hand. So all of a sudden you have 1 mana, gain 4, or 2 mana, gain 5 spells. And again, it's not particularly, or sorry, 1 mana, 2 mana, gain 4. It's not particularly hard to do considering the card I'm going to talk about next, because it's just such a good, insane value bomb, because, well, you can also just play it with this card, which is insane. Scalding Geyser, it's 1 mana, deal 2, it's a fire spell, and you dredge. So you just play that card, you play this, you get a handful of stuff, which could be another dredge, you know, another Scalding Geyser or whatever. It's great value. This is just insane burn in any spell damage based deck for Shaman, or just any deck in general, which with multicaster, with any of that. It's just so good. It's so cheap. It can go face, it can control the board, it can kill an Iron Deep Trog. That's very important. Just such a good card, and I think these will go very well together in most Shaman decks, especially the burn variety. And the next one I'm kind of torn. I'm probably gonna go over my 10 limit, because honestly, Coral Keeper seems really insane to me. 5 mana 3/4 Naga, Battlecry, summon a 3/3 elemental for each spell school you've cast this game. You've cast just a fire, a frost, the nature spell, boom. You have a 5 mana, what is 9 plus 9 plus a 3/4. That is just a ridiculous amount of stats, and it's not hard to accomplish with those spells we just showed earlier. They are losing their only arcane spell as we know of for now, which is the dual class primordial studies, you know, the spell damage discover card. But overall, it's just a ridiculous stat bomb going into your Snowfall Guardian turn, or if you're just playing this spell-based deck, you might not even need to bother with it. Plus it's a Naga, just a ridiculously strong card. And I'm going to throw this card in here as well, just because I think it is going to be a good finisher, and the artwork is amazing. I probably put in the thumbnail because it's just beautiful. It's actually the wallpaper on my phone. It's absolutely gorgeous. Bioluminescence, 3 mana, give your minion spell damage +1. I just think this is going to lead to OTKs. With a wide board, you play it, and then you play like the 1 mana deal 2 we mentioned, or any other burn spells. That is pretty insane damage output. So Shaman looking really strong. What else is on my list? Well, I think a Colossal. I gotta put a Colossal on my list. The Demon Hunter Colossal, Xylag of the Abyss, 7 mana 3/6 Demon Colossal +4. At the start of your turn, increase the damage Xylag stocks by 1. You summon 4 stocks. They all are 1/2s that deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So no matter what, once you summon it and then you end your turn, you're getting 4 random damage, and if those aren't dealt with, it's going to deal 8 random damage. It escalate from there. It's just an insane board presence right out the gate that you have to deal with. I just think it's really solid. It's a demon. You can cheat it out with Sigil of Summoning. A lot of implications for this card, and I think it's going to be a standout for Demon Hunter in the current standard rotation. Ironically, as much as I'm unhappy with the support for Hunter in terms of Quest Hunter, I wouldn't put any of them at the top of my broken list. Even Raj, it's a decent amount of extra damage, but I don't think it's as crazy as I might have thought originally, and I still didn't give it like a 5 or anything, I don't think. But I think Priest actually got a couple of really good cards. Priestess, Valish, just I don't know. 0 mana 1/1, Battlecry, refresh an empty mana crystal for each spell you've cast this turn. It's 0 mana, gain mana. Like you played just I don't know, 3 spells. It's 0 mana, gain 3. That's great. You know, it's just a flexible little extra mana gaining card, and it can be game breaking depending on what your deck is doing. If you're playing a lot of cheap spells, then it gets absolutely nutty. So, you know, Priest doesn't have the best card draw, except they will be. And I think this card is going to work very well with Handmaiden, the 3 mana 3/2 Naga. If you've cast 3 spells while holding this, draw 3 cards. This is 3 mana, draw 3. Yes, you needed to have it in your hand, but once you get this in your hand and you start drawing, it's going to be gross. That is so many cards for 3. We have, I don't know, like 3 mana draw 2 has historically been great, and 3 mana draw 3, seeing like Fungal Fortunes, which is conditional in the spell variant. You don't have to have it in your hand or anything. It's just really solid. I think this card will be good. I think it'll be a very strong Priest card. The only thing is maybe it is that detrimental that it has to be in your hand while you've cast those spells. Paladin got some insane stuff. I have to shout out a Rarran Mooncatcher, 3 mana 4/2 Divine Shield Mech, Battlecry, put a Sunken Mooncatcher on your bottom of your deck. This summons a copy of itself, so insane with any hand buff. And then of course dredging it out is ridiculous. And one of the other cards that I think is insane, Radar Detector, 2 mana, scan the bottom 5 cards of your deck, draw any mechs found this way, then shuffle your deck. We've already seen really good mechs. We're going to probably see more, and this card is going to be ridiculous, even if it's just 2 mana draw 3. That's incredible. And if you hit 5, it's disgusting. Like, what? For 2 mana? Plus, you get to reshuffle your deck if the draw order is bad. So overall, it just seems like a ridiculously good card in either format you're playing. Now that we've seen more mechs, I gotta put Seafloor Savior on my list. I think this originally gave this a 2. Now I think it's insane. 2 mana 2/2 mech, Battlecry, dredge. If it's a minion, give this minion's attack and health. So you just copy that other Divine Shield boy. It's getting buffed up by +2/+2 on each copy. And it's a mech. It's a mech that draws, or potentially not draws, but dredges. It's just really good. And I think this mech Paladin thing is really going to work with the Colossal and all of that. These cards look exceptionally strong. And I'll leave off with a rogue card. I think one rogue card is incredibly good, is Krakatoa, the rogue Colossal minion. 6 mana 6/5 beast. So again, gray main stats, not amazing, but you get the Krakatoa claws. Both have +2 attack, so they come out as 4/1 rush minions, and then have Death Rattle equip a 2/1 claw, which also get buffed by the body, so they'll have 4 attacks. So you can attack in with a claw, you can attack in for 4 damage, then you can attack in with another claw, and then you can, you have 4 attack the next turn if the Krakatoa lives. It's just a really good tempo card, and we know tempo rogue can be a very valid archetype, a very good archetype, and I think this slots into those decks very well. So those are my my picks so far for the best cards. There's a ton of great cards that I didn't even mention because there's just, this set looks very powerful, but for the most part looks board centric, and I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, let me know, do you guys want me to cover the worst cards so far? There's not a lot of bad ones, but maybe we can make that list. So also let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.